Welcome to the Visitor Parking Podcast. Righteous Rides provides vans to missionaries when they're in the U.S. on furlough. We hope you enjoy this story from one of our recent guests.
Welcome to Visitor Parking. We have the McCarthys here with us today. Tell us a little bit about what brings you into Righteous Rides.
So we just got back from the field. We're serving in the country of Uruguay in South America, and we needed some wheels. And so Righteous Rides is hooking us up with a van that'll get us through our furlough, and we're just super thankful to have that.
Yeah, that's
Thanks
awesome.
to you guys.
So where do you guys serve?
So we serve in the nation of Uruguay, country in South America.
And what does your ministry look like there?
So we're involved mostly in church planning and then construction of the new sanctuaries for these churches. And we also do a lot through sports evangelism. I played soccer in college, and we found that the people of Uruguay love it too. So oftentimes it becomes a bridge for us to connect with them, share the love of Christ. And then when we go and plant new churches in the communities, it's the people who we met playing soccer who become some of the first ones to attend.
What does your next year on furlough look like for you guys?
Well, we're based out of New York, so that's kind of our home base, but we'll be traveling all over the United States, basically, partly to visit the churches that already support us and individuals too, and just thank them and tell them all that God's been doing. It's been amazing. It was 4 years that we were in Uruguay, and God did some really awesome things. So it's a chance to kind of share all that happened. And we're also raising funds to go back for another term, another 4 years. So it'll be a lot of traveling, a lot of visiting with churches. Our kids are going to start in a new school, so that's something to look forward to too. So it'll be a good year. Busy year, but good year.
Sounds like an exciting, but busy for you guys. Do you have any cultural mistake stories or funny moments that you want to share with us?
I have a good one. It was during our first term in Uruguay, and we had a team coming, a team of 60 young adults. They were going to help out with 3 church plants that we were working on, so about 20 people in each one, and they wanted to cook their own meals, and so we were buying bulk food ahead of time to have that ready for them. And they were, we were trying to stay within a certain budget, so we were looking for good deals. And at the store that we were at, we went shopping, and we saw that rice, there was like a really good sale on this one brand of rice. So we were like, oh, perfect. And we bought, I think it was like 5 kilos per team. I think we bought an exorbitant amount of rice, like probably over 30 pounds of rice that we bought, and delivered it to the different locations, and everything we thought was taken care of. And then later the pastor of the church said to me, hey, did you buy this rice? And we're like, yeah, it was a really good deal. And he goes, yeah, that's because this is the rice that we feed our dogs. This is not for people. And so we had basically bought like 30 pounds of dog food for our team. So we're like, oh my goodness, yeah, don't serve that to them. We'll go get new rice. But that was a learning moment. Okay, this one's not for people.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Do you have any stories that come to mind?
There's so many stories, of life and ministry in Uruguay. One that maybe stands out is when we first arrived, we got robbed, and we ended up finding out who had robbed us. They were neighbors. They lived just a couple doors down, and they were squatters that moved into this house, and to feed their drug habit, they would go around and steal from everybody in the community. And so we found out who it was, and when they had gotten in, they had actually taken an axe and chopped down our door and took the stuff and all that. So I thought, now that I know who it is, I can do the same thing to them. So I grabbed an axe, I chopped down their door. And no, I'm just joking. I didn't realize it. But I really felt from the Holy Spirit, that we needed to forgive them, and some way I needed to share with them about Christ. And so I took what I knew, a soccer ball. I walked over their house, and I asked if they wanted to play. And through that, got to know them and had some opportunities to share. About a year later, we're walking out of church service one day, and there's 2 teenagers waiting for me at the door. And they asked if I remembered who they were. And I said, yeah, you're my neighbors. And they said, well, guess what? We just got saved. We came here because there's a drug and alcohol rehab center through that church, and we're getting our lives straightened out. And they said, would you go and tell our family about this decision that we made, and that they know that we're in a safe place here? And so I said, absolutely. And so that night I had an opportunity to go into their home to share with their family about Christ, let them know that their kids were safe and all. And I actually did peek around to see if the TV they stole was anywhere there or any of the other stuff. But I realized something that day, that God was so concerned about the spiritual condition of my neighbor's heart that he allowed us to go through a difficult season to create this opportunity so they would come to know and experience his love. And so for us, it's been really cool to see how God has used even some difficult situations in life to open up doors so that people could come to know him.
That's an amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing. How can we be praying for you guys over this next season when you raise this boy?
Well, with the transition, there's a lot of excitement in coming back to the United States, but it's also hard. Uruguay's home for our kids, especially. It's really mostly what they know. So just prayers for their little hearts, that they would adjust. And they're starting in school, like I said, it's all new and it's a lot bigger than what they're used to. So just that they would adjust well, and safe travels, I would say, for all the traveling that we'll be doing, a lot of driving. And I think just that God would provide the funds so we can get back to Uruguay and get back to what he's called us to do.
Thank you so much for coming.
Appreciate you having us.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much to Righteous Rides for everything. Such a blessing.